Chanel. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another celebrity inspired makeup look. I've done a couple of these on my channel. I will link all of the ones I've done down below. I did Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, Selena Gomez. I've done a bunch. And I really love doing them. So for today, I decided to recreate the stunning, beautiful, drop dead, gorgeous Penelope Cruz. And she's one of my favorite celebrities. I love everything about her. I think she's gorgeous. I always love her makeup, her hair, her outfits, everything. So I decided to recreate a look of hers. Now, when I was looking at pictures of her makeup online, I noticed that she tends to do kind of two things. Number one is kind of like a smoked out liner, and then number two is kind of the exact opposite, more of like a bold, dramatic, super black liner. So I decided to go for the first option, which was a smoked out liner look. The palette that I used is the brand new LORAC Mega Pro palette. Now this is a brand new palette from LORAC for the fall winter holiday season. If you don't have this palette, you can still create this look. I actually only used, I think, one or two eyeshadows from this, so it's such an easy look. But if you guys want to hear my thoughts on this palette, I did do a Is It Worth the Hype video all about it, showing you guys swatches and telling you my thoughts on it. So I will link that video down below if you guys want to check that out. But for now, let's channel our inner Penelope and get on with the tutorial. We are going to start off with our face today. So I'm going to take my Kiehl's BB cream and I'm going to apply this all over my face using my Sigma round top kabuki brush. I've been really loving this BB cream. It does a really good job at hiding any redness or discoloration you have on the skin, and it has SPF 50 in it. So if you live somewhere that's always super hot and the sun is always out, this is going to protect your skin. Now, in the photo I was going off of, Penelope had a really intense highlight underneath her eyes, so I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shades Creamy Beige and Medium Beige. I'm just going to mix the two, create my own little concoction, and pop that right underneath my eyes. Don't be afraid to go super heavy and intense with your highlight, because that's exactly the look we're going for here. To balance out the highlight we have underneath our eyes, I'm just going to take whatever concealer I have left over on the back of my hand and use that to highlight the bridge of my nose, center of my forehead, cupid's bow, and chin. And then to set all of that into place, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Banana Powder and I'm just going to pack that highlight color on very intensely. Lately, I've been loving applying this powder with a smaller brush like this as opposed to a big powder brush. I find that I get a more concentrated and brightened look when I use a brush like this, and as you can see, I'm not being shy with that powder. Next, I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm going to fill in them in as I normally do, except I'm going to extend the tail just a little bit because that's how Penelope's brows are. And then I'm going to take this lighter color in my contour kit and I'm going to use that to contour my nose. One of Penelope's most distinct and prominent features is her nose. So I have a completely different nose than she does. I'm going to try my best to recreate and kind of make my nose kind of look like hers, and her nose is a little bit droopier on the bottom, so I'm going to try to mimic that as well. I'm using the very tip of a flat shader brush to do the contouring, and I find that's the easiest for me. And keep in mind that you do want to use more of a cool toned bronzing powder or contour shade because that's going to look the most natural. Now it's time for my favorite part, which is bronzing, and I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This is the perfect bronzer for this look. In the photo, Penelope was sporting really bronzy, glowy, healthy, and youthful looking skin. So this is the perfect bronzer to do that, and not to mention, it's my favorite that I own. For blush, I'm taking the darker color on the right side here from my BH Cosmetics Blush Duo in the shade Iris. I'm just going to lightly dust that on the apples of my cheeks and blend upward. Now that we have our face makeup down, we can start working on the eyes, which I promise you, this is probably the easiest makeup tutorial I've ever done on my channel. So I'm going to start off by just priming my eyes using my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. Then taking my brand new LORAC Mega Pro palette, I'm going to mix the two shades Camel and Sepia, and look how pretty the shade that comes out is. It is just the perfect warm toned camel colored matte brown color, and it is so perfect for this look. So I'm going to start off by patting this on my lid using a flat shader brush. After I have the color down, I'm going to flip the brush, and as you can see, I'm using the very tip of the brush, and I didn't pick up any more product at this point. All I'm doing is just using whatever color is already on my lid, and I'm just using the tip of the brush, the flat side of the brush, to really work that into the crease. And you can see that it does look a little bit darker and more defined, and we didn't even have to use a separate eyeshadow. This is a technique that I do all the time, you guys. It is so easy, and it looks like you put so much more effort into your look than you really did. For this next step, you want to take the creamiest black eyeliner you have. For me, that's my Milani Liquify eye pencil. All I'm going to do is messily draw this on the upper lash line, getting as close to the lash line as possible. And you want to work kind of quickly because while this is very creamy, it does set, and once it sets, it does not budge. So next, you just want to take a flat, stiff brush like the one I'm using here, and just use that to lightly smudge out that black color, and work in sections if you find that it's a little bit difficult. I started working on kind of like the outer portion, and now I'm working on the inner portion and smudging, and it just works a lot easier. Okay, and once you have that all smudged out, I'm just going to slightly wing out the liner and kind of create a small tiny cat eye. I still want this to look very smoked out, but I do want to wing it out and kind of elongate the eye. Next, you just want to line your waterline using that same black eye pencil, and then we're going to highlight the brow bone using the color Opal from that same LORAC Mega Pro palette. You can use any white shimmery color you have, and then I'm going to coat my lashes with some mascara and then apply these lashes from Esquito. These are in the style called Oh So Sweet, and I love them for this look because they do have a natural look to them, but they kind of crisscross, so they're very voluminous and very glamorous. To smudge out the lower lash line, I'm just going to take that same stiff brush we were using earlier and that same black eye pencil, and I'm just going to use that to smudge out the liner on my lower lash line. I'm going to blend out the lower lash line using the same lid colors we used, and then we can move on to lips. So I'm using these two colors, the Revlon lip butters in a peach and a nude shade. I'll leave the names of them down below. I'm just going to mix those two because it really looked like she was wearing a super natural lip in her picture. And then for some finishing touches, I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow using the brow bone highlight we used, hit my lower lashes with a ton of mascara, and just zhuzh up my hair because she had a lot of volume in her hair in her picture, and I just straightened mine, so it's looking super flat. Anyways, that completes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. If you guys want to see any other celebrity-inspired tutorials, leave your request in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!